Russian frigate crosses American destroyer's bow at 100 yards, and USS Porter's 5-inch gunfires warning shot into ocean. March 15, 2025. Black Sea, 30 nautical miles from Crimean coast. Gray hull cuts through moderate swells, where Burke-class vessel conducts freedom of navigation patrol through international waters Moscow claims as their own. Hostile vessel detected approaching from northeast. Russian Admiral Makarov, Admiral Grigorovich-class frigate. 4,000 tons of steel and weapons bearing down on American warship at 28 knots. Initial separation, 12 nautical miles. The aggressor maintains course directly toward Porter's position. American destroyer continues patrol route unchanged. Speed steady at 18 knots, monitoring Russian approach without altering navigation. The gap narrows relentlessly. 10 miles, then 8, then 6. Enemy frigate refuses course adjustment, accelerating confrontation through aggressive seamanship. Porter broadcasts international maritime frequency. Alter course to maintain safe distance. Radio silence from hostile vessel. Just gray steel plowing through Black Sea swells. Bow wave climbing high as distance evaporates between warships. Range collapses to 3 nautical miles. Dangerously close for vessels moving at speed. Separation shrinking every second. Russian warship executes hard turn, crossing directly ahead of American destroyer's bow. Deliberate violation of navigation rules. Intentional intimidation through reckless maneuvering. Separation tightens to 100 yards. Unsafe navigation at any speed. Provocation impossible to ignore. Porter's forward 5-inch gun elevates skyward. Main battery fires single round. Shell arcing across morning sky, impacting ocean 200 yards ahead of hostile vessel. Massive waterspout erupts. White column climbing 50 feet before collapsing back into spreading foam circle. Enemy frigate ignores warning completely. Completes crossing maneuver without speed reduction. Circles back for second aggressive pass as if American gunfire meant nothing. Burke-class vessel alters course to avoid collision. Defensive maneuvering, maintaining separation while Russian warship continues hostile approach pattern. Admiral Makarov maintains aggressive positioning, shadowing Porter's movements, matching course changes, refusing to disengage from dangerous proximity. Second approach begins. The aggressor accelerating toward American stern this time. Different angle, same hostile intent. Proximity tightening again. Half a mile becomes quarter mile, becomes close enough to see gun mounts rotating on Russian deck. USS Porter fires second warning. Naval cannon sending 5-inch round toward hostile vessel. Shell landing 150 yards off enemy port bow. Still no response. No course change. No radio acknowledgement. Just steel hull continuing intimidation tactics through reckless navigation. American captain authorizes third warning. Closer this time, demonstrating capability and resolve. Deck gun fires. Round impacting 75 yards from Russian hull. Dangerously close. Spray washing over enemy forecastle as explosion kicks ocean surface skyward. Admiral Makarov finally alters course, but not away. Circling to port side instead, maintaining confrontation through new tactical position. Both vessels running parallel now. Separation stabilized at 300 yards. Matching speed through Black Sea waters while maintaining visual contact across narrow gap. Russian frigate's deck cannons training toward American destroyer. Forward battery rotating. Gun mounts tracking Burke-class vessel with mechanical precision. Porter's weapon systems respond immediately. Main armament tracking hostile warship. Automated targeting maintaining lock on enemy hull moving parallel across narrow distance. Mutual weapons lock developing. Neither warship backing down. Both maintaining aggressive parallel course with guns trained on opponent. Situation intensifying through silent threat display. No more warning shots needed when barrels point directly at hulls instead of ocean. Russian frigate's forward gun mount elevates toward Porter, and warning shots become mutual threat display. Russian Admiral Makarov fires. 100mm round erupting from forward battery. Shell impacting 80 yards from American destroyer. Water column erupting close enough to rock gray hull through shockwave. Porter responds within seconds. 5-inch naval cannon answering hostile fire. Explosive impact same distance from enemy vessel, demonstrating matched capability and determination. Exchange of gunfire continuing. Neither warship firing directly at opponent, but both demonstrating willingness through proximity of warning rounds. Both vessels maintaining parallel course at 300-yard separation. Weapons trained across narrow gap while hulls slice through swells at matched speed. American destroyer executes hard turn to starboard. Attempting to open distance, de-escalate confrontation through increased separation. Hostile vessel matches maneuver immediately, staying alongside despite American course change, refusing disengagement through mirror navigation. Porter increases speed to 30 knots, trying to outrun the aggressor, using superior power to break contact. Enemy frigate accelerates to match. Both warships racing through Black Sea now, bows throwing spray, wakes spreading white behind racing hulls. Third warning shot from Russian vessel, landing closer, 50 yards from American hull. Explosion rocking destroyer through near-miss pressure wave. USS Porter fires fourth warning. Round impacting same proximity to hostile frigate. Neither side yielding, both demonstrating resolve through increasingly dangerous gunnery. Gunfire walking closer with each exchange. Dangerous game where next miscalculation could trigger actual combat instead of intimidation. Neither commander willing to fire direct shot, but both showing capability through precise gunnery that lands warning rounds progressively nearer to opponent's hull. Distance between warships fluctuating, sometimes 400 yards when evasive turns create temporary separation, sometimes narrowing to 200 when aggressive maneuvering compresses the gap. Russian frigate makes sudden turn toward Burke-class vessel. Ramming course, bow pointed directly at American destroyer's beam. Porter's helm hard to port. Emergency evasion, throwing gray hull into violent turn. Crew fighting G-forces as vessel heels through maximum rate maneuver. Ships pass with 75-yard separation, close enough to feel each other's wake. Displacement waves rocking both hulls as steel masses cross at combined speed exceeding 60 knots. American destroyer's wake catches Russian frigate broadside. Rolling enemy vessel through turbulent water left behind Porter's emergency turn. Both vessels completing turns simultaneously, circling each other now like predators, neither willing to break off, both seeking tactical advantage through superior positioning. Burke-class warship fires fifth warning during turn, maintaining pressure despite evasive action, demonstrating capability to fight while maneuvering at maximum performance. Admiral Makarov responds with sixth round. Gunfire continuing throughout violent maneuvering, both navies showing professional gunnery under dynamic conditions. Neither warship yielding position, neither gaining decisive advantage. Just two gray hulls circling through increasingly tight radius. Circular pursuit developing, both vessels turning inside each other's turning circle. Speed climbing as commanders push engineering plants to limits. 32 knots for destroyer, 30 for frigate. Maximum sustainable speed while maintaining tight turns that heel hulls dangerously through centrifugal force. Steel masses leaning hard through violent course changes. Spray cascading across bows as vessels cut through their own wakes. Ocean surface churned white by racing warships. Seventh warning shot from American vessel. Shell landing 40 yards from enemy. Proximity tightening to levels where accidental hit becomes possible. Russian eighth round answers immediately. Same dangerous proximity. Both sides walking rounds closer, testing nerve, gambling that professional gunnery prevents miscalculation. One more exchange could result in actual hit. Accidental impact triggering combat neither nation officially wants, but both seem willing to risk. Both warships cease fire simultaneously, circling at 500 yards when additional Russian vessels appear on horizon. Reinforcements arriving to outnumber American destroyer. Two additional Russian frigates detected on horizon. Admiral Essen and Admiral Grigorovich approaching from Sevastopol. Reinforcements changing tactical equation from duel to encirclement. Distance to hostile vessels, 15 nautical miles. Bearing down at 28 knots, 30 minutes to arrival. USS Porter now facing 3 enemy warships. Tactical situation deteriorating from confrontation to potential trap. American destroyer maintains defensive position, continuing to circle original aggressor despite reinforcements approaching across Black Sea. No damage sustained during warning fire exchange. Professional gunnery from both sides keeping rounds clear of hulls despite increasingly dangerous proximity. Brief transmission to U.S. 6th Fleet Headquarters. Engaged in confrontation with Russian vessels. Request reinforcement. Closest American support, 200 miles distant. USS Roosevelt carrier group altering course toward Black Sea, but help measured in hours, while threats measured in minutes. Porter and Admiral Makarov still circling each other at 500 yards. Standoff continuing despite mutual ceasefire, neither warship willing to disengage first. Weapon systems remain trained across gap. No firing now, but threat implicit through gun mounts tracking opponents' every movement. Russian reinforcements eating distance, 12 nautical miles out, visible as gray shapes against horizon, growing larger with each passing minute. American captain faces decision within moments. Withdraw before outnumbered 3-1, or maintain position despite overwhelming odds. Burke-class vessel reduces speed, settles into defensive patrol pattern, refusing retreat despite tactical disadvantage, demonstrating resolve through continued presence. Russian Admiral Makarov matches pace immediately, maintaining mirror course alongside American destroyer, waiting for reinforcements to complete encirclement. Separation stabilizing at 600 yards. Both vessels monitoring each other while additional hostile ships approach across open water. Admiral Essen arrives first, taking position off Porter's port quarter. Second Russian frigate joining confrontation, numerical advantage shifting. 3-on-1 situation developing rapidly. American destroyer now facing hostile vessels on multiple bearings. Encirclement geometry taking shape. Second reinforcement Admiral Grigorovich completing tactical picture. Moving into position off starboard. Burke-class warship now boxed by 3 Russian frigates maintaining coordinated distances. Porter surrounded. 600 to 800 yards separation from each hostile vessel, but encircled completely. Isolated in Black Sea by numerically superior force. No weapons firing, but tactical situation clearly hostile. American warship alone, outnumbered, deep in waters Moscow considers theirs. Russian formation tightening slowly. Distance narrowing to 500 yards from all directions. Compression subtle but unmistakable. Pressure mounting through geometric positioning. Porter broadcasts international frequency. U.S. Navy warship conducting lawful operations in international waters. Russian response immediate? Provocative American presence near Federation territorial waters. Diplomatic exchange accomplishing nothing. Ships continue dangerous proximity while words flow uselessly across radio channels. Weather deteriorating from northwest. Storm front approaching across Black Sea. Gray clouds building. Seas rising to 4 feet and climbing. Rough conditions could force separation or increase collision risk if confrontation continues through worsening weather and declining visibility. Additional U.S. destroyers being dispatched from Mediterranean. 24 hours to arrival. Help eventually, but not soon enough if situation explodes. Russian Black Sea Fleet monitoring confrontation. Additional assets available at Sevastopol if Moscow decides escalation serves Federation interests. Porter maintaining position despite numerical disadvantage. Single gray hull, demonstrating American resolve. Refusing intimidation despite 3 hostile vessels surrounding her. 3 Russian frigates holding encirclement. Demonstrating Federation control of regional waters, showing strength through coordinated positioning and superior numbers. Neither side firing, neither side withdrawing. Frozen confrontation in increasingly rough seas as storm approaches and daylight fades toward evening. Storm clouds gathering, darkness coming. Weather and visibility adding new complications to already dangerous standoff. Single American destroyer holds position surrounded by 3 Russian warships, while storm approaches and reinforcements race toward Black Sea. And neither navy willing to fire first shot or back down.